Hi, my name is Caleb Curtis. I'm a personal trainer here at the Fayetteville Athletic Club. I've been a personal trainer for 2 years, going on 2.5, 3 years. A little bit about me, just my background. I have my certification, CCPT certification, got my CPR, AED certification, got my AbFit certification. Been training for 2.5 years right now. Got a lot of good clients. Been here at this club for a little over 2 years. And just a little bit about me is I'm just very personable. That's who I am, and that's who I will be working with you and for you. I'm definitely a dependable, hardworking guy. I don't care if I got to show up at 6 or leave at 6:30 at night. That's just me, and that's who I'm made up of. I'm always going to give you 100%, and nothing less, and nothing short. So I'm just going to demonstrate these exercises and just go through them. So first, we're going to do a plank. So instead of me getting somebody, I'm just going to show it with myself. So in a plank, what you want to do, you have different options. You can go a high plank. The main thing about a plank is you don't want your butt to be in the air. All right, you don't want your hips to be overextended, but you want a good flat back. So in a high plank, especially, you want to make sure that your hips don't bend in or that your butt is not in the air, but you want a good strong core, good flat back. Now we're going to move down to the elbows. Same thing. Biggest miscue on your plank is people want to keep their butts up here. Again, you want to keep those hips pressed through, good tight core, good strong shoulders, and then up, okay? So next, the lunge is definitely one of the hardest things to teach, and even with my clients, I always prefer a reverse lunge, so I'm going to start with a reverse lunge. So a reverse lunge, main thing that you want to do is you want to loosen up, make sure you got loose hips. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to go reverse right here, making sure your knee's at a good 90-degree angle. Now, obviously, some people won't be able to go all the way down and touch their knee. Some people will, and that's definitely a preference thing, especially if somebody's recovering from a knee injury or anything injury-wise. It's definitely a comfortability thing. And especially with the reverse lunge, it's a whole lot easier to teach. So that's the main thing, is whenever you're doing a reverse lunge, you just want to make sure you're taking a giant step back, getting your balance about you, making sure that you're upright, shoulders are back, knee is behind that big toe, and then you're putting all of the stress and the pressure in your glute, in your quad, and your hamstring, and then you're up. Now, a front lunge is definitely a hard lunge to teach mechanically, but if you do teach it, there's some simple ways that you can teach it. So whenever you teach a front lunge, you definitely don't want to just tell somebody to just go forward and just lunge. So definitely what I do is I tell somebody, the first thing is, it's just like taking a step. Okay, what you want to do is you want to come up like you're taking a step, okay, making sure that you're nice and flexible here in your hips, and then from here, it's just like taking a step. So you're going to go heel toe, making sure that your distance in between your legs is a good enough distance, wide enough to where you're not putting a lot of pressure on your knee. So you're right here, up, heel toe, and again, it's a comfortability factor. Some people may not be able to go all the way down to the ground, some people may. Now, if you're a little bit more flexible, it's going to be easy for you to go to the ground. And then now, on the way back up, it's the same thing. You want a good upper body and back. So you're right here, nice flexible hip, step, back up. Lastly, I just want to talk about why upright rows are bad for your shoulders. So upright row is bad for your shoulders for a very specific reason, is in that just our shoulders just don't go that way. When performing upright row, so a lot of times it's taught to come up to your chin, and as you can see, sometimes people with really tight shoulders, they don't have enough range of motion to be able to do it. Therefore, sometimes causing impingement or causing a tear right here in their shoulder in the front delt. And so anyways, whenever I tend to teach an upright row, I tend to just stop right here, parallel with the chest. So upon teaching it, it's definitely more of a leg movement than anything. So what I'll have them do, pick up a kettlebell or a dumbbell, and I have them squat and come up to their chest, okay? Barely tapping on and hitting that front delt and making sure that everything is in line instead of coming up here. Up here, got that chance of that shoulder impingement, and our shoulders don't go that way. So again, just a little bit about me. That's just you know, my passion for training is just being able to be a help to people and just letting people know that you can come into a gym, that you can be excited about who you want to be. You don't have to be a bodybuilder, you don't got to be some physique person, but you can come in and be healthy and be you. And I think that's the biggest thing about being a personal trainer, is you got to be ready to adapt to different styles of people. Thank you.